Dear viewer, both basher and interested background parties, I'd like to request that you look up at the video for the following information on screen. Thank you for your participation and have my condolences for the content you will be witnessing. I would like to state directly that this video is not made to directly bash anyone within the situation and is only a mere speculative attempt to critique the content. I will now begin to share my background information to get a further sense of where my points are coming from directly. I am a spectator, which means immediately no, I do not have any part within the situation. But does this mean my statements are irrelevant? No. Why? Because I'm going on facts, not opinion. My points will stay honest. They come from both morally correct arguments and facts within the communities or a law district. Though I feel like it is important to be clear, I am not yet of age to fully comprehend and touch the stage, so I apologize if my words seem misleading or aren't executed in a proper manner. Sorry if the way I say things may be confusing due to the vocabulary I've been accustomed to. I just enjoy using big words in general. And I also haven't talked in a while, so the way I word things might sound weird or inconsistent due to the amount of editing. Though to stay honest, I will say that I am familiar with NIDA. We have only communicated once, as I recognize their art style from YouTube while I was on TikTok. As of now, that is the only verbal interaction we've had. I hope my honesty is to your satisfaction, and if not, I do have receipts, meaning visual evidence. Now moving on to the video that I will be discussing. This video is made by a user named InvaderCBM. With further investigation, at the title we can see that this is only part 1. Though to not make this video too long, I will be sticking to part 1. If you or anybody involved would like me to make another critique on the part 2 video, once it comes out currently, please tell me directly so I can know, and I will be glad to do it for your sake, though be aware it may take some time. Scripting and editing takes a while, and I hope you're aware of that. They also state in the title directly, this isn't over. And this isn't in the script, but personally I just want to say that's really fucking corny. Whose 2018 Gacha OC is this, bro? I know they're a Gacha creator, but it's still funny. Okay, now that's just me. Anyway, going back on script, like I should be, it gives us more insight. This user most likely has had more than one confrontation with this user. Speaking about NIDA, which is correctly confirmed if you look at NIDA's post on her channel, and also listen to what they have to say further into the video. Though I won't be discussing about that because somebody else has already talked about the post that NIDA's made and the people being talked about and commenting on the post. I'm not going to specify on who, strictly because that's not any of my business, and I also do not care, because it's not our subject matter right now. The individual, or CBM, has tags on the title of their video, which I'm not going to assume because there's no such thing as a dumb question, at least not for me. Using tags gives you more reach in the algorithm, especially on YouTube, because people who have either used those tags or look for videos with those tags in particular are more likely to get those types of videos on their recommendations list. Meaning, in smaller terms, they want their video to be seen by more people. Now, the video in question, there will be pausing to discuss on statements said within the video itself, which should be expected, though I just am going to confirm that with you guys, because the viewer is priority.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm so excited to rant about this cringe-ass Invader Zim fan.
10 minutes in and we already have a contradiction. Yeah, if you look into their description details, which is information about their channel and themselves as a user, occasionally has a certain word they used to bash this creator right in this segment. Cringe. Now let me inform you on the vocabulary for this word. Cringe, summarizing its description, is the feeling of embarrassment or awkwardness. That is the way they feel about this person's account. But this word is not an adjective, meaning you cannot use it to describe someone. You can use it to describe the way you feel about this person. Though I'm gonna let it slide because people have used the word cringe incorrectly a lot. So now that the fact it's a verb just doesn't really matter on the internet anymore. You stated that this person is cringe, while also being cringe yourself. Your argument is irrelevant because it's hypocritical. You're using it as a negative term to bash them when you yourself are also a part of that negative term.
Guess what? The third time I have made another account.
So now we have two things, harassment and breaking the law. You see, a lot of cyberbullies on the internet like to bring up this statement, well, they can just block me, it doesn't affect people. Well, dear viewer, here is your contradiction to that statement. Cyberbullies do in fact stalk people. It doesn't just go from simply bullying them, it goes to straight up harassment. Though even without directly following them around all the time, everywhere, like a damn dog, being hateful towards a person because of how they choose to express themselves can lead to low self-esteem, which does affect people their entire life because they feel like something is wrong with them, and that thing just so happens to be something that they like. It's a form of mockery, and I'm gonna be honest, the person you're talking to probably doesn't care. They've heard it a bunch, but they're not gonna become your little slave. Back to the law-breaking part, you're not only violating them because you're crossing their boundaries, you're also incriminating yourself as well. And here is why. You are stalking someone, despite them directly blocking you, because they don't want to be around you, and now you have a crime counter. Congrats.
And guess what? I'm back, bro. She really thinks she can get rid of me? I'm everywhere.
Telling someone you're stalking that they cannot get rid of you, no matter how hard they try, is a form of a violent threat. You're directly saying that they will never be able to get away from you, meaning that you will continue to violate their personal space. It's also exploitation, since you are forcing them into submission.
Before we get into the video, I have recorded some information about her on my second account before she hit me from her channel.
Filming someone's content when they have blocked you multiple times is also a crime.
So I'll show that right now. So, does this remind anyone of this YouTuber thingy-majiggy? You really thought you could hide me, huh? But credits to Letty for letting me... Wait, what? Credits to Letty, I think that's how you say it, for letting me know about this YouTuber again. Thank you so much.
Oh, sorry, lady, but you also will be charged for being an accomplice.
So since I'm Dib, I typed in, "Not my sister," and know what they responded with? Literally nothing. And I was scrolling through their stupid OCs until I found this. And I commented, "Randy likes my sister?" And they still didn't respond. Then I also commented, "Also, dude, not gonna lie, everyone's name in Invaderism is an alternative for their real names. So it shouldn't be their full names, it should be shortened to 3 letters, which it should be."
Incorrect. Everyone in the show Invader Zim's name is not shortened to 3 letters, such as characters like Professor Membrane, Miss Bitters, Mr. Elliot, do exist and do not have 3-letter names. Not only that, but those are also their last names. Therefore, you're not only wrong, but this also isn't a fact, it's an opinion.
The next video is long, so I'm gonna just speed it up. And then I typed in, "As Dib himself, I do not approve." Cause what the fuck was that, bro?
Once again, opinions do not equal fact. We don't have any information that Dib does not like Grinchen. We also do not have any information that Dib would not approve of this. Therefore, once again, not a fact, opinion, and you're also headcanoning your character. Not only that, but you're also very questionable about what you ship in general, considering that what you ship is illegal. Surprising considering you posted this video, which means you are also a hypocrite once again. To the viewers, it'd be surprising that someone who does not like minor and adult shipping is a pro shipper themselves. And considering you couldn't find evidence from your statement on this, I have some.
Random question. From an Urkin perspective, is Zim supposed to be an adult or a child?
Zim was always an adult.
And then they're OCs. What the fuck is this? I know it was 5 months ago, but ew! A fucking essay on their OCs, like, yo, chill. I look back at Randy, I realized something.
You know what this motherfucker look like, low-key? Look!
And more irrelevant, they're OCs. OCs are known as original characters. Original means creative freedom, meaning you can add anything into your OC, even inspiration. In fact, every character in existence is an OC. Your point? Irrelevant.
Commented, no, stop, Maria is 12, stop, please.
You're making the wrong point, and also, we don't know Shadow's age. Maria is 12, and we also have no information on Shadow's age. You do not provide any evidence either. Also, a point you don't mention, Maria and Shadow have a sibling relationship, meaning that this is incest.
I know how some of you guys can be like, oh, well, you ship Zatter, etc., etc. Well, when I was being a weirdo, I was looking up some things, and I found out that I can decide Zim's age, because it said that. It said fans can decide Zim's age. That's what Joan Vasquez said in a type of conference thingy. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to decide that. No, I'm giving you too much information.
And like I said earlier, incorrect. Show the clip.
Put a spotlight on how so many of the fans are watching the show wrong. It's possible to watch a show wrong. They say that once you make something, it's no longer yours, it's in the hands of whoever interprets it. Also wrong.